Hey, you guys.
What's
Hey,
up?
hey. Come on in. Gonna give everybody a chance to come on in. So I know it's Sunday. I know you guys probably just relaxing and chilling, but we wanted to make sure that we get this interview in. So yeah, I'm excited about tonight, you guys. Come on in, share this out. Make sure when you come in, you like it. Hey, Miss Langston. I'm
Langston.
sorry. You know I jack up somebody's name. Hey, Miss Turner. So come on in. Make sure you guys you share it. I'm excited to have this guest on tonight. I'm super excited to be able to interview him. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
We interview him.
I'm sorry.
We, as in French, we.
My bad. I'm
Jeez.
sorry because I'm talking. Hey, Miss Red Gal. I'm sorry because I'm talking. So you guys come on in and speak when you come in. Make sure that you like this video and yeah, give it a thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. And so share it out on your social media platforms. Like I said, I know it's Sunday, so some of you guys may not be, maybe chilling and relaxing. Glad you guys are doing this interview. I'm so excited too, Miss Thomas. I appreciate it. So yeah, come on in. Hey, Tate, D Tate. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We don't want to take up too much of his time, but yeah, we came on just a few minutes early, kind of give everybody a chance to come on in, so we can just get started. Maybe even a few minutes after 6. So yeah, come on in. Speak when you come in. Didn't your mama tell you to speak when you come in the room? Y'all speak. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you guys say hey. How you doing? How your mom doing? How everybody doing? Yeah. We country, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all already know how it goes.
On and on and on.
We is in
like
Alabama, so we are
Energizer Bunny, man. Yep.
Well, you say something
Yep.
then.
Say something.
So yeah. All right, you guys. So we are streaming in actually 3 places right now. So we're streaming on Facebook, Kourtney and Eddie, YouTube, Kourtney and Eddie, and then our Facebook group status up. So we're streaming in those areas. So yeah, come on in, you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get it started. So what time is it?
It's
6 p.m. Yeah. Give everybody about 2 more minutes for y'all to come on in. 2 more minutes. Hopefully our moderators are going to join us on tonight so that they can moderate the chat to make sure that everybody is in decent and in order. So I'm excited, y'all. We're gonna ask them these questions on tonight. Yes, we're gonna ask them these questions. So yeah, if y'all have any more, drop them in the chat, and we try to make sure we get them answered.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey. Everybody. That's how you say everybody. Everybody.
She must be from St. Louis.
Everybody. How you know it's a she?
I'm just saying. Everybody. Hair.
Yeah. It's a she.
I'm just saying.
All right. So let's go ahead and not even wait any further.
Bring the man.
I'll let my husband introduce him. So yeah, we're gonna bring to the stage, as they say.
The man.
The
myth. The legend. The long tie.
The long tie. All right. Go ahead.
Right, Khaleel.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
there
right.
you go.
Welcome.
Oh man.
Yay.
Good.
How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. I'm in Houston. I love that y'all from Alabama, LaSalle. My family lives in Florida, so I can relate. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Down on some gumbo, I can tell already. By the way you talk already, you got some gumbo. Y'all can put down on it.
Yeah, man. We country, man. We country.
Yeah, we real country. So yeah, according to the chat, we talk with a southern slang, but I don't seem to hear it. I don't hear it. I think that we talk proper and normal. So yeah.
I got a question before we get started.
Yeah.
I watched the review. Didn't y'all review all of our personalities in our profile? Was that y'all?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think y'all came to me. Y'all was like, "We're gonna let him make it because he almost died." Was that y'all?
No.
I was like, okay.
No.
It was like, yeah.
No, because you almost died. What was that? I different?
No, somebody was talking about my outfit, but it was cool.
Oh no, that was not.
No. We did talk about your little coat.
Yeah, we just had one button.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Okay,
yeah, your butt was holding on, but other than that, yeah, we didn't say nothing about that. But yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get started. So first of all, I know that some people, I know people have watched you, and in the beginning you kind of gave out, that you're a teacher and stuff. So if you can kind of reiterate exactly what you do, your background, and some of your past dating. So what made you do Ready to Love? So yeah, I'm gonna let you take over.
Okay, so let's start. I am an educator. I have been in education for about 10 years now. I really enjoy education. I didn't start out an educator. I started out in the nonprofit area. Obviously, education is nonprofit as well, but I started out as a youth director at an inner city church, if you will. And I, became a teacher because some of my kids couldn't read. Like I had a kid that was 18 and I was like, hey man, let's read this chapter in this book, and they couldn't read. And I realized, like, what are they going to do in life? So I had to, shift my gears and try to see if I could help out in the public sector as far as education to help kids in the inner city, because I felt like, I had a mentor who would tell me, like, Khaleel, who is going to care about these kids if you don't care about these kids?
Right.
These brown or black kids if you don't care. So I shifted gears and I became an educator. Yeah. That's that piece. I love what I do. I like working with brown and black kids. I like all kids too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a discriminator of persons, but I feel like there is a need for people to help, our own people. Like we always want somebody on the outside to come help us and save us when we can maybe save ourselves. Right. So I'm definitely a fan of that. My dating life.
I'm sorry, before you move to the next question, like, are you a teacher? Like what subject, kind of like what area?
I am a math and science teacher.
Okay.
I like physics. Yeah, I like logic. That's a beautiful subject to me because I try to tell, like I had one teacher, and I tell a lot of stories. I have, when you are departmentalized, you have a switch teacher who's like, maybe English, social studies. And I had a switch teacher one time come out of the room and say, Mr. Lott, English is the language of the world. And my rebuttal to that was like, logic is the language of the universe, because like two rocks on Earth is two rocks on Mars is two rocks in Jupiter. Like it's the same thing. You can't be logic. So I love that discipline. So I do teach math and science. I have taught high school. I've taught middle school. And at this time, I teach elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one did you like doing more, high school, middle, elementary?
Elementary, 100%. Elementary is
I was about to say.
Yeah, man. They're not even aware of their own existence. They're having a great time. They're just loving life. They're discovering things. They're just happy to be, in class. When they get to middle school, they start getting more hormonal. And they're in high school, you can't tell them nothing. Like, they are just everything. Like they, and that's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Every teacher has their own niche that they like to be in. But I feel like at that age, when I was in high school, I realized that they didn't have the fundamental skills to hack it in high school. Like they weren't proficient in the operations of, adding, subtracting, multiplication, division. So they would struggle. So I had to go back and teach them those things. So I decided to go back to elementary and try to, bolster that skill so that when they got to middle school, high school, they wouldn't be lacking and they would be on track.
Wow.
Okay.
You sound like a very good teacher. Like you're very concerned. Some teachers may get into the field
just to get a paycheck.
Yeah, and they don't have a passion for it, but it sounds like you have a passion for it.
Yeah,
I do. I love what I do.
Hey, Khaleel, if you don't mind me asking, dude, what college you went to?
I went to Washita Baptist University in Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Okay.
And I also went to Barton County Community College before that.
Okay.
And I think you say like my name is Khaleel. It's tough to say. But
Khaleel.
Khaleel. So if you want to think about how to say my name,
right,
you think about Superman. So Superman's name is Khaleel.
Yeah, Khaleel.
Khaleel. Same
Khaleel.
Khaleel.
Okay.
Okay.
Even though I'm not a big Superman fan, but I get it.
So let me ask you this too. So what made you come to Texas? Because you're currently in Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So my family originates from Syracuse, New York, upstate New York, near the border of Canada. I have family also in Florida. My parents came to Texas because my father was trying to break into the computer business back in the 80s and 90s. So he was a data operator, and the opportunity in New York wasn't the same. So he came to Texas, and there's the rest of the story. I was born in Austin, and I'm a true Texan. And then we moved to Houston. Yeah.
Okay. So do you like it in Texas, or do you want to move to Atlanta somewhere where or Alabama?
Dude, I'm telling you, you need to go to the ATL, man. I'm telling you, man. We thrive in the ATL. I don't know about Alabama.
So there is a rule, man. As a Texan, we can't speak against Texas, man. Like it's a rule. Like, you can't never throw this up. Like I'm Houston. I can't talk about it. Like you cannot against Texas. It's the great state. Like there's a song. The stars are bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Like we clap. Like when we hear that. Like it's just like ingrained in us. So I can't speak against Texas. I've only been through Atlanta briefly. Like I've only got to see the stadium, but I've heard Atlanta is nice. I've heard it is nice.
It is.
Yeah, that's that Pee Wee Herman song. The stars are bright in Texas. That's how I know. I never would have known it.
You cannot come to Texas saying that. But I respect it. He might have said it though, but it is not. We have football games, baseball games and stuff, and they'll play that song, and we all just clap. Deep in the heart. That's it. It's ingrained in us. We pledge allegiance to the state of Texas.
So that's good. Before you say that, we don't have that in Alabama, but go ahead, because we talk about down.
Oh yeah, we talk about Alabama.
Very bad. So
we're gonna get cussed out now. No, are you a big football fan? A Longhorns fan?
Huge football fan. Yes.
Your team?
Oh, man.
Come on, bro.
Man, you might as well just pulled out a pistol and shot me, man. Real
Come on, man.
Listen, the Houston Texans are my team, man. Listen, I ride with the Houston Texans, but I don't know what that front office is doing. They got rid of my boy D-Hop. J.J. Watt is gone.
What's going on with Deshaun, man?
Oh.
What's going on with him? I don't know if it's a conspiracy against the brother or what, man. Something's going on with the brother, man.
I can't say. From what I have seen, he's always been a class act.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on against him.
Right.
But I will say it is quite interesting that whenever an African-American man has his own mind and wants to make a decision, there seems to come out of the woodworks that maybe his taxes aren't done correctly.
Right.
The lady who said he did something inappropriate.
Right.
Maybe footage of him doing something. It's just always convenient. I can't say I'm not going to touch that, but I will say it's quite convenient that at this time, this has happened to him as a player. Now, outside of that, the dude is, I have never seen, I use the word Houdini, but he is a magician, man. I've never seen anybody escape the sacks the way that he does. It's electrifying, man. The dude is a beast. He's a beast.
I'm a big Miami Dolphin fan, okay?
Okay.
It was a rumor that we was going to get this shit on for a trade. Then all of a sudden, the stuff came up, and, we're like, okay, hands off now, So I don't know. That's what I said was a conspiracy. I know we talking over here.
Go ahead.
But the Miami Dolphins, what y'all messed up, what y'all need to do, go out there and go get is Fitzmagic back, man. Your boy, I don't know why y'all disrespected this man. This man came through and put y'all on the map.
He did, but everybody was on that tour train.
But what did Tua do for you that Fitzpatrick couldn't have done?
I feel you. I say the same thing, man.
3 touchdowns, rushing for 1, and he's 85 years old, bro.
I know, but all I'm saying, they saying Tua is the future. That's what they were concentrating on.
Future bench warmer? Come on, bro.
Hey, That's why we were looking at the sun.
Yeah. I know you just stuck with it. Vince had y'all in position, baby. That defense is monstrous. But I know your wife looks very bored in this scenario.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just sharing the video on Twitter. So yeah, you go ahead and share. I'm just sharing the video.
We gotta pull it back in. My bad.
Yeah, we'll pull it back in, man. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you some questions. I think we had. Did you have your own personal questions to ask?
Yeah.
Kind of ran down. Oh yeah. Continue. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was talking about football, threw me way off. Okay, so yes, what made you come on Ready to Love? That was a question I asked you.
I tell this story, and I hope that they don't get mad that I tell the story, but this is the story that I know. It's the only story I know. And so I was at work, and I was doing tutorials, getting ready for the STAR test in 2019. This is pre-COVID. And I looked at my Facebook, and I got a message on Messenger. It was a young lady, very nice looking young lady. And she said, hey, you look like a very nice looking young man. Would you be interested in going on a reality dating show? And I was like, yeah, I just typed back, yeah. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is the hustle. This lady trying to like get some money or something. So I was like, yeah. Right. And she's like, okay, cool. Call me at this number, da, da, da. And I like pushed it to the side. I was like, nah, she playing me. You know what I'm saying? And like a week later, she's like, hey, are you still interested in the show? And I thought, man, this lady is like still trying to hustle me. So I said, what's your credentials? And she sent me credentials, saying, hey, this is who I am. I work for OWN Network. This is what I've done. And I was like, okay, she might be a little bit legit. And she had said, do you have time later on? I was like, well, I got tutorials right now because I'm focused on the kids. I still didn't really believe her. And I think she might have hit me up later. And she said, hey, try this interview. And I tried the interview on the way to a chess club because I go to a chess club on Wednesday nights. And I did the interview. And they said, hey, man, you did a good job on the interview. Can I pass you along to another person? I said, sure. And one interview led to another interview, which led to another interview, which led to another interview. And before I knew it, I was in the finals. And I was like, wow, are you kidding me? Like, and so, of course, I want to find love.
Right.
I want to find my Michelle Obama. Of course, I want to find my rib. Of course, I want to have my ride or die, Right. I did not believe that it could happen on a reality TV show. I didn't know that it could happen on a reality TV show. But I am one of those people who are that is not closed to the universe putting you where it wants you to be. Nice. So that's how I got to that position. And yeah, it took about a year because when I kind of got accepted into the scenario, like right after that, like it was March of 2020. And I think that's when we all started going into lockdown. And it was like, really like stringent, like rules on how we can interact with each other and be out and socialize. We were unaware of the effects of the virus. So it kind of slowed the process down quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they did slow the process down, but it didn't stop you guys for, because last season they had it on a resort, it seemed like because of the virus. But so this time y'all were able to go out. We see that people of course you didn't, continue, but
I didn't make it that far, but I was in there like, hey,
guys. Ask one question. Last one question. Hey, did they shoot that back-to-back, both seasons back-to-back? Cause it was so close together.
I know that they were shooting the resort, I believe, during the summer. I believe that was the time that they shot that show. And then we were in the winter. So we shot like December and January. So about 6 months apart.
Okay. Right, so yeah, but he kind of pretty much answered my question. Okay, so now something that you did say in your intro is that you were used to dating mean girls or something like that.
I wish that I never would have said that.
Yeah, man.
But I did say I'm used to dating mean girls. And what would you, as a woman, I'm gonna ask your opinion. Is mean girls an offensive term?
Well, let me tell you, the way I took it, I wouldn't say it's offensive, but it means a type of women, meaning that it seems in my mind when you say you used to dating mean girls, meaning that you're used to dating girls that take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? That may not that may run over you, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily say it's a bad term, but if that was your experience, it was your experience. But I'm just trying to see what you mean when you say mean girls.
What is a mean girl?
What my experience has been is I have been very fortunate to date some like dimes and quarters. Like they are just fine. Like, oh my God, just smoking fine. But their attitude is like, ooh, like their attitude is rough. Like, you know, they always say it's a hot to crazy ratio. And I say that on the beginning, like they're very hot, but they might be a little bit crazy. Like they might be like, you know, just wild, you know. And so I've had the experience of dating very, very, very beautiful women, but they've also been very, very, maybe like you said, manipulative in some ways, controlling. They want finances. Their focus is on monetary gain. You know, younger ladies like me, I don't know why, you're in the 20s and they like, okay, he in his 40s. Let me see if I can get run.
Sugar man.
Yeah, I ain't got no sugar though, but I'm just saying, I can be the daddy race, but I ain't got no sugar. They want to get it paid for. They want the vacation. They want the trip. I have chicks ask me like, hey, man, what's your credit score? Like off top on the first day, like what? Like what are we talking about? Man, they want to know my credit score. They want to know where I live. They look at I drive a Honda. Like okay, a Honda's okay. They're a Bentley, you know what I mean? But but it's a nice Honda. You know what I mean? So I get a little bit of that, you know, and so it's been a challenge for me because I again try to look past. You know, I don't think people sometimes see how they are in their own nature and who they are in themselves. And upon reflection, we can all change, right? You know, so I try not to judge them, although they may judge me. You know what I mean? So I try not to judge them. But I want to put this out there.
Go ahead.
I understand now. I was talking to a female the other day, and she said, you know, Khaleel, you are so obstinate and you're so argumentative and, you know, and whatnot. And I made that connection with like a black man who is argumentative and a black woman who's called a mean girl. Like a black man who has his own mind and wants to think for himself is quickly categorized as argumentative and obstinate and hard to work with. But in actuality, he just wants to be considered human. You know, and in the same scenario, a woman who is a mean girl just doesn't want to be taken advantage of, quite possibly, or run over, or she has been abandoned. So I want to get rid of those labels. So I want to say I understand from the young ladies who like, don't you ever say mean girls. I don't mean that. I get it. Maybe they just want other things.
Let me say this. It's your experience, and you know, sometimes we get flack for saying certain words. I hate the fact that, you know, we can't say certain words aggressive. We can't say those words because sometimes people say, oh, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't say that. Right. If that's your experience, that's your experience. It is what it is, you know. So, you know, I'm sure that people appreciate you for apologizing or trying to change it, but that's what you meant. That's what you meant. I'm just saying. Yeah. But go ahead, man.
Have you ever dated outside of Houston?
Yes, actually, I was married to a woman in the UK. So I was married to a woman in the UK. I've dated women in Canada. I've dated women in Minnesota. I've dated a woman in Minnesota. I've dated a woman in Florida. I've dated a woman in California. Like, I am open to whoever likes me. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm your cup of tea, then I'm rocking. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give it a chance. Right. So I have dated women outside of Houston, yes.
Because you were married, you were the one. Because there's so many.
We forgot you was an accident, right?
Yeah, you were in the accident.
I'm the accident. Yeah, I got not an accident. I was in the accident.
Yeah, you were in the accident.
Because after we saw you was an accident on the first show, no, we felt sympathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we're gonna pull for this guy. You know what I'm saying? Then you came out with the suit.
Wait a second. I want to address that just a little bit. So, like, if you go back and you watch like the second episode, like you'll see Joel come out and he's like all buff and suave. Yeah. I'm telling you, it was December. It was January, December, and it had to be like 10 degrees. My man was like, he was tough. Like you could not tell he was cold. Like he came out lifting the tank. Like he was like, I'm Joel. Ron came out swag, and then KG came out like Mission Impossible out in the sky. And then you hear my part, and they got like the Price is Right theme song playing in the background. Like I'm like, bro, y'all just gonna play me like that? Like, well, you be bad. Like, go ahead.
I say you should be mad at production for that, bro.
I mean, they played me like real tight, but like all of us in the 80s and 90s was sick, and we watched Sesame Street, and after that was Price is Right, and everybody was like $4.99. I don't care, so I'll take that. I'll take the Price is Right because they totally played me on that. They told when I watched it, I was like, I'm gonna get the Price is Right song. Really? Like you got KG coming out the sky, you got Joel lifting the tank. You know, AJ is like 7'6", like y'all like, bro, and I get the Prices Right. I was like, y'all played me on that one.
Yeah, they did you cold, bro. They did you cold.
They did bad, bro. They did me real bad, and but that was the character that was a part of my personality that they wanted to portray, right? Like they wanted to portray my nerdiness and my awkwardness, and so, but the Price is Right is legendary. I don't care if I came out. I mean, Steve Harvey's on the Family Feud, so let's just keep it there. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I did come out in a bad suit, man. I did come out.
Hey, man.
So let me say this. You said it was cold.
It was very cold. It was extremely cold. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because you can't tell by even what the ladies were dressed. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were dressed like it was springtime. I can't believe it.
Them women wasn't playing no games. They was coming out Sasha Fierce. They didn't care. They were Sasha Fierce. They was Rihanna. Like they was like, look, I'm gonna be looking good. Like I could not tell they were cold. They were so laser focused that you could not shake them. You know what I mean? Like they were ready. Yeah.
So do you feel like when you first stepped out there and you actually saw the whole cast, did you feel like maybe this was your element, not your element? You know, you mentioned AJ, Joel, you got to see the men. Did you feel like, maybe I'm in the wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just being honest, it seemed like you were different than the rest of them.
Okay, so now we're going to chalk this up to editing. And I said this in another interview. I'm working on how to say this the right way. I believe that perception in 2020 and 2021 and the current present, world we live in is not reality. Like, like if I see your husband walking down the street in a white neighborhood, well, I wouldn't say that, in a neighborhood that is not for him, because I don't know what they may perceive him as a threat because he may have a hat on and a hoodie on, and they may think, oh, this dude is dangerous. You know what I mean? But when I see him, I might be like, what's up, cuz? Like he might be my brother. So the perception is different. So the way they edited it, I got along, just like we're talking now is how I talk to everybody, Right. So I don't feel like I come across awkward right now. I may come across awkward. No. But, the way they edited, again, I'm coming out, super corny. I'm coming out, Price is Right. Like, like that's the way that they portray me.
Right.
That's not necessarily who I am, but that's the role they chose for me to play.
Okay. So when Tressa said, I'm sure you saw it. You went back and saw it. You probably didn't hear it in her presence, but Tressa was like, I don't know. He ain't got no swag for me.
Oh man, I heard it like 1,000 times. Yes, I did hear her say that. I did.
Oh, you heard her say that at that time?
No, I heard it when I watched it again.
Okay. So what did that make you feel? Do you feel like you don't have no swag or what? I mean,
Well, first of all,
I was talking to somebody earlier today. I feel like y'all watch the TV show Insecure?
We have. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm Team Lawrence, man. I don't have that swag.
I'm Insecure.
I don't have that coolness. But if you watch the show, Issa goes off and she dates Daniel and she dates the other dude from Houston, and she's going through these guys that are like so swagged out, but where does she end up at the end?
Yeah, with him. The
I'm
original.
telling you, like that is the kid.
Right.
Like I don't have that initial swag. I can have swag. And one of the things that I did learn as far as dating those beautiful women is that the way that I was dressing, in the past was attracting women who wanted me for just a superficial reason. Maybe
Right.
it was like he's handsome, he has a great smile, he looks nice, whatever. He could be this, 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 this. But they didn't want me for my nerdiness. They didn't want me for my intelligence. They didn't want me for my
Right.
personality. They didn't want me for my character. They just wanted me to look a certain way. And I realized that the way that I was dressing was attracting the wrong woman. It was
Right.
attracting a woman who was superficial, maybe quite shallow. And I didn't want that. That wasn't something that I was interested in. Now, to somebody else, that may be something they're interested in. I
Right.
personally was not interested in that. So I realized that, yes, I'm okay with being Mr. No Swag. I'm okay with that, but I'm definitely Team Lawrence. I'm cool. I got it. Let me get my glow up. I mean, Barack Obama probably didn't start out looking as dope as he did.
Right.
Like, he didn't start out looking, he wore that beige suit that everybody talked trash on. Steve Harvey, I heard that Steve, before he got to his wife, he couldn't dress. I don't know. I'm just saying, we all start out a little bit rough. So I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, to me, sometimes swag is overrated anyway. So
Yeah.
everybody they have their own perception. My question to you: you say you have a nerdy side, okay?
100%.
Huh?
100%. Yeah.
100%. How big is your nerdy side?
Oh man,
I have a nerdy side. That's the reason I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? So hey, there's no shame in that. So
yeah, I'm so nerdy into my sense that I get enveloped in what's going on in my mind. Like I get tranced in. Like if I'm focused on something, whatever it is, I can't even see. Like I've had young ladies be like so beautiful and flirting with me, but I'm like focused in on the activity that I'm doing at that time. Like whether I'm trying to figure out a program or whether I'm trying to figure out a lesson plan or whether I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then later I'm like, oh my God, like this girl was trying to talk to me. Like I'm that type of nerdy guy. You know what I mean? Like I love sci-fi. I love all kinds of logics. Like I like to just watch documentaries. Like I will go to like the Houston Science Museum. Like I like to do all those things. Like I want to learn, I don't know how to explain it. Like anything that's not like cool, like by the society standards, I like.
And there's nothing wrong with that, brother. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
I appreciate that. That's really encouraging because it's not always. I don't always get that feel, but it's very much true,
man. Because I love to learn. I love to learn something new. The Science Channel, National Geographic Channel. That's me. You know what I'm saying?
What is it? Sir David Attenborough. Like I can listen to him talk like all day on the BBC. Like I just be like, dude, like I'm like when he comes on, I'm like, like this dude, like I love when he talks about these animals and these niches and all. I mean, I can watch BBC anything. Like I love that stuff, Well,
you stayed over there for a minute anyway, so you kind of used to that, right? There you go.
It's true.
And that's that, like you said, it's good to hear that. You'll find, well, let me see, I'm speaking now, I'm gonna ask you this question later, but you'll find somebody that's attracted to what you're attracted to, or attracted to you, but they still may not be interested in that. I'm gonna use me for example. My husband, he can watch that stuff by himself. I don't want to watch the National Geographic. I don't want to watch, but I embrace that side of him. And I tried to sit there and watch it. I get sleepy. My brain just don't work like that.
I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
I don't get the goosebumps and chills, and I don't get excited to watch that stuff. But he tried to teach me, but it opens my mind to something new. So don't necessarily mean that a person may like what you like, but you can always open somebody else's mind up to something new if they're willing to. So yeah, and like you said, when you're in your 40s, well, you didn't say this part, but I'm saying, but when you're in your 40s and on up, things change. You're not looking for swag. You're looking for somebody with some intellect, somebody with some knowledge, somebody that can bring something, somebody that can open up your mind to something new and something fresh. So yeah, I can't see why a woman, that would be a turnoff for a woman. Oh, he's a nerd. Well, child, we in the 40s and 50s, honey. We need to be trying to focus on our brain more so than anything else, you know? So,
Apparently, some women on the show still feels that way.
Like
well,
that.
You know.
yeah, anyway. All right, so any more questions?
No, I'm done. You go ahead. You knock ourselves out.
So
man.
I'm gonna ask the questions that some people are putting in the chat, but these are the questions that was asked on our subscriber base. So since you have been eliminated, are you dating?
Yeah, I mean, I go out on dates. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna say no if a young lady wants to hang out. I'm not gonna say nah. You know, I mean, it might take me a while to figure out if they want to go out on a date because I'm a little slow like that. I'm not gonna not slow. I just get so focused. I can't tell if a young lady's flirting with me or not. I'm not very good with that. I have to work on that. But yes, I like to hang out, you know, and talk to people, you know, for sure. Yeah.
Has this show opened up more opportunities for you to do that?
Ooh.
Meaning, has your inbox been popping ever since you left the show?
Come on, school teacher. Come on, school teacher. Tell the truth.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth. No, y'all not gonna put me out here. I don't know. I'm gonna plead the fifth. I just, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. I'm gonna say that I try to keep it cool. I don't want to be in the streets. I personally would like to be friends first. I think that's number one. I want to be friends, but definitely people do reach out to me and would like to get to know me for sure.
All right, brother. Look at you. Look at you.
Okay, so what did you learn about the show as well as yourself during the time on Ready to Love? Anything new you learned about yourself?
Oh man, yeah, this was a life-changing experience, 100% for sure. Like I didn't realize how big and amazing the show was. Like I didn't realize it was that big. I don't watch TV, which I'm not knocking people that do watch TV.
Right.
I personally am not. I don't have the patience to wait like every Friday for an episode. Like I'm impatient. I'm like, I need to see the whole show right now. So I have a hard time with television. But I didn't realize how big the show was. I didn't realize how amazing, you know, everything that goes into the show. I mean, I shout out the producers all the time because I watch them work. And they put so much work and effort into the production that is presented. Even if I do look like, you know, Bob Barker is about to give me some dap and ask me, I think this can of tuna fish is, or like this refrigerator price, like they still put a lot of work into it. So that was life-changing. It's life-changing that people from all over the world, like, can find me and like want to talk to me. That's life-changing. Meeting the people that I was on the cast with, you know, it is such an eclectic mosaic of individuals. Like, you know, every person has a very unique and standoutish personality. So to be able to work with those people was life-changing. What I learned about myself is that I learned not to take myself too seriously because people really believe that I like could not talk to Amber. They were like, you are just, I can't believe you said Mean Girls 3 times in a row. Like, you know, like, oh, they really believe that the only outfit that I have was that outfit. Like, so like, you know, I realized not to take myself too seriously and enjoy, you know, being the character that I was casted as to some extent, and really to appreciate every day, because every day there's an opportunity or someone wants to talk to me or I get to know something about somebody else. And I'm thankful for that. You know, I'm very thankful that, you know, I was chosen to be in that scenario. It's very like humbling, but also edifying at the same time. To be in the top 10 out of millions of men in Houston, Texas is not a bad position to be in.
That's a good way. That's a good way to look at it.
That's
it
true.
is.
What are you specifically looking for in a woman that can keep your attention?
Okay, so this is always what gets me. Like, I love smart women. I like smart women because I'm a teacher. I work around a lot of smart women. Not that I like that per se, but like because I see how intelligent these women are, it is a very nice thing to see an intelligent woman. Not only intelligent, but also wise. And that pushes to like that Proverbs 31 type thing, where you want to find a woman who is an asset and not a deficit to your lifestyle, you know, or who you want to be or who you're trying to become. So a wise smart woman is my first characteristic that I look into a woman. The second thing that I look for in a woman is her awareness of her humanity, and in the sense that she is able to assess that, she may be royalty in my eyes. She may be royalty with her family, but that does not mean that she can look down upon others.
Right.
She connect with humanity and see where her place is, because we're all on this journey together, right? Like, we often feel like maybe if I have this commodity or this possession or I have this monetary gain, that I could be somehow risen above the end result, and having to stand before the maker and having to answer for our life. But a woman who is royalty, but also knows that, she can be, low and humble with the rest of us. I almost look at the picture of Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is a beautiful Black woman who is in royalty, but she also knows she doesn't forget her roots. You want to have that type of Princess Diane, that Meghan Markle's, that type of royalty.
Right.
Those women, who are out there on that high level, but they never forget their roots. And those are women that's a woman that I want as far as her humility. I also am very attracted to a woman who looks nice. Like, you want to be able to be like, like you want to walk in the kitchen and be like, girl, you looking good today. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be like, oh man, like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to look fine all the time, but you still want to,
right.
Do I smell cocoa butter today? You know what I mean? Like, what perfume are you wearing? You want to look at her and be like, she is still, the crown jewel of my life. You want to look at a woman and see that in her. Let's see. The last thing I would say is, I'm gonna cut it to 4, is spirituality. I want her to work on her temple and trying to grow, in depth of self. Like, how are you radiating your temple? And in my intro, I say the woman that I'm most attracted to is like Lauryn Hill or Erykah Badu or a Jill Scott, or a Snow Allegra. I can go on, or a Sade. Like, you want to find a woman, like, when you see her, she just radiates beauty, and you like, her soul is beautiful. What I mean? Like, soul. Like, I was out, and I'm not gonna say they didn't know who this person, but this young lady, like, she just has a vibe, and I can't. You want to look away, but you just like, I can't stop looking at her because her soul is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what distinguishes us from, like, most animals, is that we can see that depth and that complexity in our stance in the universe. And so, I want to be able to see that in the woman that I would like to spend the rest of my life with.
Bruh, you're going to find that woman. Trust me, man. You're going to find her, bro.
She may be in the chat. She may be in the chat.
You're going to find her, bro.
Yeah, because they is saying, ooh, great response. He's a great guy. Oh, my goodness. They said they'll take you. So, yeah, the chat is popping after that.
Well, look at you. You come from wearing that jacket and that suit.
Yeah, I can't. I don't shine. I mean, you can put on some nice clothes. You can, but I'm still working on myself. I think that's the thing too. Whatever I'm asking from a young lady, I would like to work on myself. Like, if I'm thinking about spirituality, I'm working on my own spirituality. If I'm working on humility, if I'm looking for humility, I'm working on humility. Those are the things. If I'm looking for an attractive woman, I need to work on my spirit. So, yes, I won't ask for anything that I can't try to provide myself.
That's
good answers, man.
Since you said spirituality, somebody in the chat says, so what is your spiritual? Are you Christian, Muslim?
I went to school. Now, I don't like to say it because we do have a minister in the Ready to Love. I went to school for biblical studies to some extent. However, I am not. I don't believe per se that there is a monopoly on spirituality. I want to say that because my name is Muslim.
Right.
So Khaleel is, it means, wealth and treasure, friend of God, and good friend in Arabic. So my name is Muslim. I was raised kind of Christian. I have friends that are Buddhist. I learn from every culture. I don't believe that there's a monopoly per se on spirituality. So I would say that I do more ascribe to the idea of Christianity. However, I don't believe that I don't know that I believe that the Christianity that we are presented through our pilgrimage from the motherland, is the correct, per se, spirituality. Because when I read, the text in its actual form, like the Greek or the Hebrew, I don't know that it translates over to what we say or what we do. I don't know that Jesus wanted to be called Lord, Lord. I feel like that was something that was presented to them in the medieval times to help them to submit to the Lord of their land. And that transferred over to us as slaves and believing in Lord, Lord, and not necessarily the rabbi that he presented himself to. And Jesus presented himself, the Bible says he's the cornerstone that was thrown away. There's nothing that will attract you to him. He was born in a manger. So this idea that he's this, wonderful deity and beautiful, that's not the Jesus that I would worship. The Jesus that I worship is the one that they wanted to give Barabbas up for and crucify him, because they'd rather give out a murderer and crucify an ordinary, lowly guy than wait and look for this wonderful, beautiful figure. So that's what I would say. I don't know if that's the correct answer, but that's how I was.
Well, yeah. I understand what you're saying. Okay, so now let's move on to, and you may have answered this, but are you ready and able to be open about who you are and your expectations of what you need versus on what you want? So I think you probably kind of answered that.
I think he kind of laid out.
Yeah, I mean, am I ready to receive what I expect is what you're asking me? Or what I'm looking for?
That's what they asking you. I think you kind of said so much, so I think that question has been answered. So I'm just gonna move on. Go ahead.
I got somebody just popped some up. Do you have kids or do you want kids?
I got no kids, and I would love to have kids. I would love to have kids.
How many?
Man, as many as God will give me, bro. Like as many as my wife is willing to do, because I can't. Like, she gonna be. I don't know. She may be like, look, bro, you only get two. You only get two. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might get three. Like, she might not want to go down that path, but whatever God blesses me with, I will take it.
Okay. Nice.
Did you guys have to stay on the set the whole time, or were you allowed to go home, return back to home, and stuff like that? So you guys weren't on the resort. You actually was, at your home. So you just came to film and then you went back home, right?
Yes, I was told that people could go home, and then reconvene in the morning. Yes, I was told that. Yeah.
Were you guys allowed to ask people for their phone numbers? And if you got kicked off the show, would you still be able to get in contact with those people?
I did. We did try to do that quite a bit, but that was not something that was maybe encouraged per se. I wouldn't say it was encouraged, but it was like, maybe it was like a privacy concern. Like, like you would need to ask that person for their number versus like if I was to go up to a girl and be like, hey man, I like your girlfriend. Can I get her number from you? And she'd be like, I got to ask her. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like that scenario.
Right.
Like, you can't just go. So that was more the scenario, not necessarily like that they didn't want us to communicate, but more so of like a respect out of maybe that person didn't want you to have the phone. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Okay. Can you tell people your IG since we're, in midstream? Somebody just asked that question.
Your IG? My IG is I am Khaleel LiQWYD. At Instagram, I am Khaleel LiQWYD. Yes.
Okay. And is that the only place they can find you? Because everybody may not be on IG.
Yeah, I'm a big IG fan. You can find me on Twitter with the same name. I am Khaleel LiQWYD on Twitter, and I am Khaleel LiQWYD on Facebook.
Okay, now this question did not come from us, but why did you wear a long tie to the first meeting of the singles? It should have been a black tie.
A bow tie.
It should have been a black bow tie ensemble, if anything.
I will say, I don't know, and you are down, so please hit me up after this to help me know what I need to wear, because I clearly wore the wrong thing. So whoever wrote that question, please hit me up in my DMs and let me know what I need to wear next time because we got a reunion and I need help because I clearly don't know what to pick. So
that sounds long, man. I thought you trying to do your inner Donald Trump, you know.
Hey man, he got money. I mean, Donald can look bad. He's a billionaire, whatever.
Yeah, true that. He got money.
Yeah.
So y'all do have a reunion, and so yeah, you better make sure you come with the. I mean, you better. Everybody, you shut it down when you come up in there. You shut it down.
We will be watching. We will be watching.
I don't think I can't not. I'm gonna have to spend some money on a suit because I'm telling you, I have got so many. Like, I might get beat up outside the reunion if I don't wear something super dope because they are not playing with me. They're like, you better not. Like, I'm gonna do the best I can to find the dopest suit I can find.
Let me tell you something. Sometimes people will offer their services for free as long as you give them a shout out. So let's pray that you get somebody that will offer their services. They will tailor you a suit for free just so you can give them a shout out. So yeah, let's
please help me out, man. You to make puffin for.
Okay, did you have any indication that you were the one being eliminated before it was announced?
No, I did not have any like clue that I was going to be eliminated first. I did not. So like the process. So like, you know, when you make that face, people like, why you look surprised you was going to get eliminated, bro? You know you wore something bad. You like, they going in like you should have known that. Like, first off, I didn't know I was wearing something bad.
Yeah.
The way Tommy does it, he's an entertainer. He's been in entertainment for a while. You know, him and Steve Harvey, they have their own show. Like, he's got that. So what the process is he'll be like, Joel, and then everybody's like quiet. Oh snap! You are safe, and he's like, oh, everybody's like, oh. They're like breathing, or like, you know, Ron, you know, and like, you're safe, and then you're like, God, please don't. And then when they call you, you're like,
I'm safe.
Please say I'm safe. And he's like, I really love. And I'm like, you know. So you're shocked, you know. So then you don't know it's you, right. You know, that's the way he presents it. It's like you're not ready for that. Like, because if you knew, you would be like, well, I'm out. Like, you run off the stage before they called your name.
I know that's right.
All right, I'm out of here. Like, you already hit the door, you know. So they don't let you know ahead of time, you know.
Right.
So were you shocked?
I was actually pretty shocked. I was.
Okay. Although you were eliminated, did you make any connections with any of the ladies the day, that day or after the show ended?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man. I'm gonna plead the fifth. I mean, I think, you know, I see them out and about. I will say that, and they're wonderful women. They're all beautiful, very attractive. But I'm gonna plead the fifth. You gotta go watch the reunion to see what happened.
Oh, okay.
Now you wouldn't watch the reunion, right?
True that.
Okay, that's good. So what about the guys? Have you connected with any other guys? Do y'all follow each other on IG? Do y'all conversate?
Y'all hang out and anything like that?
Yeah, I've talked to Joel here and there on Instagram. The person that I see out there the most is Ron. Ron, I'm gonna call him AKA Bruce Wayne, AKA Batman, my man is out all the time. I don't think he sleeps. I don't know how Ron is in them streets, man. He owns them streets in Houston. Like, I don't know how he does it. He is always out there, but he is real cool. Right. He'll be where if you just go look at like his Instagram, like he just pops up, like where's Waldo, bro? Like he pops up everywhere. Like he's everywhere. And so he's always out there, you know, making connections, talking to people. When I go out with him, I don't think there's a club that doesn't know him. Like, we don't have to just go straight to the top. Like, he's definitely the nightlife. He's Batman. Like, he's always out there. Like, so I see him a lot. He's real cool. But you know, I see Tressa here. But you said the guys, Jason, I've seen him, you know, I've talked to him a little bit, you know, like on the red carpet a little bit. But that's really Christian, because we got cut. I'll message him and talk to him, or I might call him. Christian is actually a really, really dope dude. Like, you know, he's about sobriety. and I think that's, something that I'm trying to pull in my life. I want to make sure that, like, he is very big on, like, being your authentic self. Right. Christian, real cool. So that's about all. Like Christian, Ron, Joel, those are the only ones that I really have made pretty good connections with. I mean, obviously KG's way up there. He's on the radio. I don't see him as much. He's still down to earth, but he's just, he's got probably 1,000 engagements, to get to,
Speaking of Christian, can you please tell him to answer my inbox so he can come on here, please?
Christian?
Yes, because
when I see him, I will let him know, hey man,
tell him we ain't gonna bite, we ain't gonna, because first I had to hunt him down and try to figure out, because they didn't nobody know what his IG was, but thank God for Twitter, somebody tagged him in something, so I had to find that way. That I had to do my own investigation. But yeah, I have actually reached out to him, but he has not responded. So yeah, I would love to get him on the show, because we want to talk to him. And let me say this, I like the fact that, and my husband said this, that they had that, just blue collar, regular, so to speak, people with jobs on the show.
9 to 5.
Yeah, you being a teacher, him being a mailman, because
nobody, with those big name brand type of jobs. Everybody somebody you can relate
relatable.
To. Yeah.
So yeah, we did like the fact that they had you guys on the show.
Speaking of Christian, is he okay after the cut? Was he all right?
Man, he is more than okay, man. Christian is the type of dude that is like, he gonna do him, man. Like we are very similar in the sense we're gonna do ourselves. We're gonna be ourselves. He is very much okay. I don't think it even really faded him. We were both. I wouldn't say that. I would say, getting cut from a major reality television show is not a fun experience. I don't think anybody was like. I definitely didn't volunteer myself to be like, I'm first. Like it was not good. Like, it was not a good feeling. I wasn't going home like, yeah, man, I got cut first. Like no. He did not feel good about being cut. I didn't feel good about being cut. We also realized that there's life after the show. Right. We also believe that, there's 10 women on this show. If a woman on the show is not feeling you, there may be another fish out there,
Right.
So he definitely, we both took that pretty tough, but I think, he probably is good. He's good. He's a really down to earth, cool cat, so I don't think it hit him too hard.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Well, they asked, do you think that Alexis was thirsty? I don't know how much. Okay, that's in your eyes book, so I don't know how much you came in contact with her, but yeah, so you can answer that.
I don't know what they mean by she's thirsty. Like, what is that?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Like, is she in my DM? No, she ain't in my DM.
No, thirsty for attention. She like from this man to that man to that. She just thirsty. Like she just doing too much. She just too much. She doing too much.
Well, let's put it in the terms you probably understand. Is she a mean girl?
No. Alexis is just like, she's just a star. Like she just has a star personality. That's the best way to say it. Like she's one of those ladies, like her name is Alexis Fly. Like, I mean, she's saying it in her name that like, look, you better look at me because I'm fly. Like that's her personality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she's one of those people that you just better, just recognize her greatness. I don't know that she's thirsty per se. I don't know. I mean, she don't come to me like that. She don't be like, hey, Mr. No Swag. Mr. What is it called? Like Price is Right, sir. She's like, she don't come to me, so I can't speak on that. I can't speak.
Wow, fair point.
Okay, did you and Troy get along?
Yeah, Troy's mad cool. I mean, he's just one of those guys that like he's kind of got that OG status, He's got that OG, like, you just see him and you kind of, how you walking down the street, you see another brother, and you just kind of.
Right. That's Troy, huh?
Like that's Troy. Like Troy, you like nod, you feel good. That's he. I haven't had like too many conversations with him, but he acknowledges my presence, and I acknowledge his.
Well, a lot of women didn't like him, man.
Yeah, he seemed like.
I heard that, man. I don't know why. Why is it they don't like him? Like, what is it that they don't like him?
He seemed like he was a big player. He still had that player mentality, around.
Rejection is tough. So, like, when if in order to not be rejected, sometimes we kind of make a script, right? Like, I'm gonna drop. If you're fishing you know, and you're fishing in a spot in the water, like, is it better to like throw a whole bunch of lines in the water or just stay in one spot?
Okay.
You feel me? So,
I
I mean, he might be like, hey man, let me see where their head at. You know, I'm gonna just keep dropping this line and see who bites and who don't, and then, you know.
But dude, taking these women on trips every time you talk to them, come on, man. I'm gonna take it. Come on.
But he should be the winner according to me, because I got no swag and he got the swag. He taking them places. What do you want? What do you want? Like, do you want no swag, or you want the dude that's gonna take you on trip? What do you want? That's what you ask a woman every time.
You know how these women are, man.
They just look at you like, you just need to know. Like, you know, I don't know. I can't read your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's how they come up. So he's giving them the money and giving them the trips. They don't want that. I'm coming, you know, Price is Right. They don't want that. You know, I don't know. What is it that they want?
Man, women are they're just a different breed of creatures, man.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's on their mind. You don't know what they thinking. You just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. Troy is just creepy.
No, Troy.
It's a such thing as doing way too much.
Is right.
He just got these little pedophilia little vibes or something. He just do too much. He just do too. And I don't mean that. I'm saying that that's the way he come off, because at his age, it should be a slow. You know,
I think Troy is trying to have fun. That's all that is.
Well, he should have came on the show for dating. He should just.
Ozzy brother. That Ozzy brother. Oh snap! Did I lose y'all? Oh no!
You frozen.
You froze.
Did you have a phone
call?
I'm
good. Did I froze? I'm good. I'm sorry. I got called. I got a call. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we get it.
You good?
Okay. Yeah. So maybe he needs to come with that Ozzy brother energy. You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody said, have you talked to Tressa in the last 3 weeks? I guess maybe.
Yeah, I have talked to Tressa because I went to the premiere show and I went to another show. And I actually like to sit with Tressa's crew because they got like that. What is it? What is the ladies that like guard the Black Panther? You know, like they got that like that Dorje Melage.
Yeah,
they have that like vibe, like I feel like drums come on when they walk in the scene. Really? So I'm like, I'm going over there. Like she's real cool to sit with, you know. Her people are real cool. She's funny. Clearly she's a comedian.
Right.
And I think she rolls with funny people. So yeah, I've seen her out and about. Yes.
Yeah, she seems like she's cool people, man.
She is cool. She's pretty cool.
Well, I think that's all the questions. Wow, this has been a very fun and great interview. I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, we have.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. And I'm not supposed to say I appreciate that greatly.
Yeah.
Young lady and young man.
And be honest with your brother, you know, like you said, a perception is, you know, everybody has their own perception. And I thought when you came on here, you're going to be like what we saw on the show.
Yeah.
Tight shirt and suit and everything. But you're a cool brother. And, you know, I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate talking to you. I enjoy talking to you because me and you, we have the same type of quirks when it comes to that. We're going to embrace my nerdy side. You know, I'm not going to change my nerdy side for nobody. Okay?
Amen. Amen. Don't do that.
Same thing. You know, don't change it for nobody, man.
Yeah. I think somebody said we have more questions, but I caught myself getting to all of them, Ms. Thompson's. So yeah, I didn't want to keep this over an hour. I don't want to take up people's time, but I wanted to be respectful. You know, it's on Sunday, like us. Yeah. We have to work tomorrow. I'm sure you have to go teach tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably take like 1 or 2 more questions in I don't want to cut people. If they have questions that they're just burning to know, I would like to answer those. That way they feel like they got a chance to have their say.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Thompson.
So while they're putting them in the chat, let me ask you this. So since you are a teacher, what was the pandemic like for you? Did you do online? Were you teaching online?
Yes, I have taught online and in person, and it is a nightmare. It is very, very hard because kids are motivated by their leader, and so when you have them at home and they have like all the distractions in the world, they're not going to learn as well, and you can't help them as well. However, I'd rather them play catch up than get COVID and their family gets sick and someone pass away. So it was a necessary evil, but it's definitely been a very a hard struggle.
Okay. Okay, thanks for that one. So, did you think that Stacey was a mean girl?
Ah, man, Stacey B. I'll tell you what, that young lady, man, she is. Whew. You know how I'm just gonna call her. She's dynamite, man. She's small. She's just got a lot of everything going on in there. She's short, but man, she got a lot going on in there, man. She just like she's a Delta, man. Like, you know, I don't even know. She had to be like the toughest Delta on her line because she tough, man. She not in a bad way. I don't think she's a mean girl. I don't know. I don't know what she's interested in as far as a man. You know, I don't know her, you know, outside of like what I've seen. Like she never said, "Hey, let's go get a cup of coffee, sir." Like she's more like, you see her, you just be like, okay, that's Stacey. And her and Chrysanthemum, they do their own thing. They like BFFs. So I don't really know if she's like mean girl. I'm just gonna say she defines who she wants to be.
You know what? I would thought she would be AKA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but find out she's a Delta, and you know.
Yeah, she tough, man. She came through like I know she had to be like tough. I know she had to be tough. So I think she got a tough side to her. But I mean, I don't know if she's a mean girl per se. I haven't had those type of deep conversations with her like that.
Okay, so she said not in her looks per se, but her attitude. So you just kind of answered that one. Okay.
From what I see on the TV show, she don't really hold her mind back. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Do you think that AJ is really looking for love?
I don't know AJ that well, man. I haven't had a good conversation with AJ. I kind of see him in passing, so I don't know what AJ's looking for.
Ooh, somebody said, what a Delta got to do with it, honey? You done got something stirred up.
Oh no, I just say no. Here's what. Now let me get this straight. From what my sister is an AKA.
Okay.
And so she noticed the whole. She tells me about the pretty girl thing, and then you know I have friends that are Deltas. I have another friend that's a Delta, and she's always like, "Look, you got to be." She'll tell me like, "You got to be on a different level to be a Delta." And then my sister's like, "You got to be on a different level to be an AK." I don't know because I can't pledge a sorority. I'm just going off what they tell me. So I don't know. Somebody teach me about the Deltas. I just know that my friend that's a Delta, I don't mess with her like that. I know when she say, "Hey," she means something. Like I'm not saying she like, you know, but then the AK, my sister's the AK, you know, so. Yeah.
Are you in the fraternity?
I think they on the basically to me, what's the phrase I want to say? The same corn, different side of the same corn. I think it's the phrase I want to say that. And I know Deltas, I know AKs, and to me, the Deltas they do have a little difference there in attitudes and mindsets. But the AKs, like you said, so been the pretty girls, the light skinned girls, all that.
Don't do that. I know, but it's not like that no more. So I hate that. Saying, you know, I don't want people to come over here and say that that's colorism.
I'm not saying it's colorism, but that's what they was putting out.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna touch the colorism. I want to put that out as well. Right. All black women are beautiful. I know in my interview they were like, "I love dark skinned women." I think all black women are beautiful. I want to say that they just cut me. They edited it so it looked like I only said one specific, but all black women are beautiful.
I didn't know you said that.
I didn't even remember you saying that. Okay.
Oh, that's good. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
You know, like
I don't get into all the Delta and AK stuff, you know, whatever, because I don't know the difference. But yeah, a lot of my family is AKA and some are Delta, so you know it is what it is. But she just said she was just playing. She said just don't get into don't play about the stereotypes and stuff. But I did want to ask, since we're all talking about that, are you in a fraternity?
No, I am not. But I think that I have made a choice that I would like to do a grad chapter with the fraternity for sure.
Okay. Let me guess which one. Can I guess which one?
You can guess.
Oh, let me.
Now, what do I have to acknowledge? Do I have to say that you're right, or can you just guess?
Just let me guess, because I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay.
Okay.
Apple.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
They said.
I've had some great mentors. I had Kappas, I've had Omegas, I've had Alphas, I've had Sigma. My best friend's a Sigma, so.
it either gotta be Sigma or Alpha. I don't, that's just me personally because my cousin, he was an Alpha, and it was, each fraternity got their little lane they stay in, and you kind of look like an Alpha to me. That's all I'm saying.
You don't remind me of a Q dog. Whoop, all that. You don't look like a Q. So
I can't go Q. I can't go Q. I don't know. I mean, maybe they want me, and maybe they won't.
Don't look like it. It just don't look like it. So they be doing a lot over there in the Q dogs. But yeah. So all right. On that note, we definitely so appreciate your time, and thank you so much for accepting this interview. We have enjoyed. I know I have.
Yeah, I did too, man. I really appreciate you coming on and spending your time with us tonight, man. And we wish you nothing but the best, man. Real talk.
Man, I really appreciate y'all asking me to come on. This is one of the best interviews I've had. I've had a lot of interviews. I'm not gonna say it's the best because then other people be like, "Oh, you think yours better?" No, one of the best. One of the best. It's one of the best I've had. I really have enjoyed you guys, and I hope to have the expectation or live up to the expectation of the marriage that you guys present right now. That would be wonderful. That's the goal. That's really the goal.
That means so much coming from you. It really does, man.
And like he told you before, just be yourself, and definitely you attract the right woman. We found each other on Facebook. Imagine that. So
stay true to yourself, man, and you will find somebody. Your nerd side and all, tight suits and all.
Ain't no more tight suits, no more. But definitely you will have people in your DM. So yeah. And for the ending, please give them where people can find you. Your IG.
Again.
My IG is I am Khaleel Lot at IG. I am Khaleel in Facebook, and I am Khaleel in Twitter.
All right. On that note, you guys.
I'm sorry, Khaleel Lot. I'm Khaleel Lot. I'm Khaleel Lot. So
okay.
And I'm gonna drop the information once this video is done. I'm gonna put it in the description so that they can just go in and find you, and that way they can, be in your DMs. I'm just saying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you so much.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye.